Ask This Old House, our experts travel across the country to answer questions about your house. Today, everything is rosy in Portland as Jenn visits the Rose Test Garden to find the perfect flower variety for a homeowner.
When this all fills together, it's going to be a wall of color.
Then, Nathan helps a homeowner repair some bathroom tiles. And we have a little fun with the cast as we see how well we know our fans. All that on Ask This Old House.
I'm headed to Portland, Oregon, the city of roses. There are roses everywhere around here. They line the streets, they mark street signs, and they're even imprinted on the sidewalks. We had a homeowner write in from Portland looking for recommendations on how to plant a rose in her garden. So I've decided to enlist a professional in the area. Hey, Rachel.
Hey, Jen, how you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming by the Rose Test Garden.
I want to hear all about this place.
Absolutely. We are 4.5 acres.
Yeah.
We have over 10,000 roses and over 625 varieties.
Okay.
And it all started with this rose right here, Madame Caroline Testu.
So beautiful.
Back in 1905, Portland hosted the Lewis and Clark Expo, and we wanted to seal the deal, make sure we were the city of roses.
Yeah.
So we planted over 10,000 of this very rose along the parade route.
That must have been spectacular.
Oh, it was gorgeous, I'm sure. I wasn't there, but I can only imagine.
So what is so special about Portland? What makes these roses thrive?
We have cool nights,
Yep.
warm summers, and mild winters. And
Okay.
that is just the perfect equation for roses to thrive.
So what makes this a test garden?
People forget that roses and plants are a product, just like anything else we find in the store.
Right.
And just like any other product, they have research and development. So a company will hybridize a rose. If they feel like it has potential, they'll send a few to us. We'll plant it here and we'll evaluate it. The first thing we're looking for in a rose is it pretty? And of course, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but I would say this beautiful, colorful rose is very attractive.
It makes me smile.
Yes, it is very, very pretty. Another thing we're looking for is disease resistance.
Okay.
We don't want to be spraying. For the most part, this is a very clean rose. That's how we describe roses that are disease resistant.
Okay.
Another thing we look is the habit. It has a very uniform shape to it. It isn't halfway here and halfway
Or
up
lopsided.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks-
exactly, lopsided. There we go.
It looks uniform all the way
Uniform.
around.
So that is a nice quality because we also want to see how the bush looks. So we would call that the bush habit.
Okay.
And now we're going to look at the bloom habit.
Okay.
So we can see that, we have all these buds coming that will replace the ones that are in full bloom.
So all the different stages of it, from opening up.
Exactly. Another quality that probably isn't as obvious is color finishing. So we have the bud itself.
Okay. Yeah.
And it goes into its peak color. And then color finishing. Even though it's an older bloom, does it still have a
Right.
nice, beautiful color?
Right.
I'd say it passed that test.
I'd
It's
say
still
so
beautiful.
too. Because like sometimes they just go brown and they're finished.
Exactly.
Right,
So that extends that beauty, that bloom life.
yeah, just like the different sequences, and like I love the transition of color. The homeowner who wrote to me, I think you've seen the pictures, right?
Yeah, actually, I paid her a visit. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And she also mentioned she really likes a pastel-y
Yeah.
kind of color palette.
Right,
So
right.
I'm going to recommend the rose all dressed up.
Okay.
I know
all
it's
dressed up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's a nice pink rose, very vigorous.
Okay. So I could pick that up, go over and plant it with her. Okay.
Sounds wonderful.
So
yeah.
thank you for all this information. It's so informative. Like I learned so much about roses today and all the different kinds and your whole testing system. It's fascinating.
Well, thank you for letting me talk about my favorite thing. I appreciate it.
You know I'm going to be
All right.
calling you.
Good luck.
All right. Thanks, Rachel. Hey, Catherine.
Hi, Jen. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you in person.
Yeah.
This is the rose that Rachel recommended.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Where would you like to plant it?
I think in back.
All right. You want to show me?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Cool. Wow, you have a really cool backyard.
Oh, thank you.
I like the feeling. Where would you like to have this rose?
So we have these 2 rose bushes right here that we love, but we have this blank space in between. We thought it might be nice to have a little color there.
You know what? I think you might be right. I'm gonna set it up. You
Okay.
stay right there.
All right.
And tell me if it fills the void all right. What do you think?
It's beautiful.
All right, well, if you
Sounds great.
thumbs up, let's get
Yeah.
some shovels then.
All right.
Cool. We're gonna put some compost in the hole,
Okay.
and then just get your hands in there and we'll mix it. And then I'm gonna take this out carefully. I like that it's not all pot bound, right?
Yeah.
I think that looks pretty good. Let's backfill. All right. And all we need is a little water.
All right.
Great job. Nice soaking. Let's take a step back and see what it all looks like.
Wow. It's beautiful. I'm so excited to have that space filled with that beautiful color. Thank you for coming to Portland.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for writing in.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Take care.
All right.
Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Nathan.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming.
Beautiful house you have here.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we moved in at the end of August.
Yep.
The previous owner built this house in 1972. She aged in place.
Wow.
And as part of it, she had some handicap accessible bars in the bathroom.
Okay, some grab bars on the walls.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we definitely had a grab bar right here. And looking around the room, it looks like we actually had quite a few grab bars.
Quite a few, and when we took them out, we were left with holes in the tiles.
All right. Now this is a pretty custom tile. Might be kind of hard to find.
Oh, actually, the previous owner left us with a garage full of these.
Oh, fantastic. Nice, simple 4x4 ceramic tile with built-in spacers called lugs on the side. This is going to save us a ton of time and a lot of headaches. We can easily swap that out. You know, we do want to try and find out what's behind this. Could be a variety of things. It could be plaster over wood lath. Could be plaster over maybe a metal lath. My guess is probably gypsum board, but we will find out as we start to demo it. You do have a lot of holes around the room, so what I'd like to do is focus on one area, show you everything you need to do to fix that and make that repair, and then I'm going to leave you with all the materials so you can repair the rest.
That'd be great. Thank you.
All right, let's get started. So to get started with removing these tiles, I want to step back and look and find that coursing because we know that we want to swap out a full tile. I can see there's a full tile here and a full tile there. And holding that over, you can pick up that there's holes drilled into that tile below. So we definitely want to remove these two. And we want to do that as gently as possible. So I'm going to relieve the grout all the way around those two tiles. And then I'm going to slowly start to chisel those away.
Great.
You want to keep going with this?
Sure.
All right. All right, so the goal is to get kind of like that right there, that nice clean line. We want to do that all the way around.
All right.
Nice. So one key is if we're going to pry, we only want to pry on the stuff that we're taking out. We don't want to pry on anything that we want to stay.
All right.
Just keep working our way down, nice and careful. These little parts that come off can be sharp, so it's good to wear gloves when you're working with tile, ceramic or porcelain. You know, an edge like that could
That is
definitely
a
get
sharp
you.
edge.
Yeah. So it's about what we expected. Gypsum board back here. Luckily, there's not really too much adhesive left. And there's still some paper to bond to, so it's going to blend right in. I'd like to prep the surface a little bit, so I'm going to vacuum it. So we got all the heavy stuff off, and now I'm just going to take a sponge and just try and get any of the powder, any of the light stuff off. All right, so we got those old tiles demoed out. Time to put the new ones in, and for that I picked up a few supplies. I picked up this tile repair mortar. It's kind of a newer product, but I think it's going to be just perfect for us because we're just doing a few small tiles here and there. It has a really fast drying time between 1 to 2 hours, and then we can grout. If I had picked up a traditional thin set, even a premixed thin set, they have about a 24-hour drying time, so you would have been grouting on your own.
All right.
So we'll use this, we'll mix a little bit of water in with it. We'll use a notch trowel to apply it to the back of the tile. This is disposable. We can clean it up if we want, or we can just let it go.
Okay.
Now, once the tile is firmed up and it's ready to be grouted, we have some options there too. I picked up unsanded grout, which is what we need for this application. It's a really small, almost a 1/16 of an inch grout line. You use sanded grout for much larger grout lines, typically on floors. So this is a wall application. We'll do an unsanded, and we have two different ways we can do that. We have powdered that we can mix with water and apply it with a sponge float. A little bit messier, way more than we need. We have this option pre-mixed. We have the right color, put it into a caulking tube, apply it right where we need it, tool it off, and it'll look perfect. I think we'll go with this one. So all we need to do now is just get those tiles installed.
Let's do it.
Right. So to get started, I'm gonna take some construction adhesive and fill these 3 voids that are gonna be left behind the tile. That way, if someday someone comes along and drills into it, they don't hit a void.
All right.
So now we're ready to start mixing up our tile repair mortar. And I have 4 ounces of cool water. So I'm gonna add half. And then I'm going to start stirring that in.
Like we're making bread?
Yep. Perfect. Keep Get a nice even coat, and then we're going to strike off the back with an 1/8 inch notched trowel.
Why that size?
It's going to leave a nice little bead like that. It's not too heavy. It allows it to squish off and fill up the space. Start with the bottom one. Tuck it right in there. All right, now we're gonna let that set up for about an hour or 2, and then we'll grout it.
Great.
So I'm gonna start with a simple little bead down this long joint here, going really gentle, really slow, forcing it in. We're gonna clean it up with this pencil eraser. All right, you're all set. What do you think?
That looks great.
That easy. So I'm gonna leave all the materials you need to go around and hit all the other spots. Think you got it?
Okay, I'll get to work. Thank you.
All right, take care.
Well, another season of Assets Old House is coming to an end. Season 22. 22 years, gang. Long time. And it's important to know that it's still a great show, mostly because of you. We love getting your questions about your houses, and we also love getting your feedback, good or bad. And I thought today we would do something where we actually take some comments that viewers have sent us, because we do read them, and share them with you guys so that you can hear their thoughts and maybe have a chance to defend yourself. Nathan, can I start with you?
Let's go.
This is a comment that came in about the utility cover project in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yep.
You remember that one?
Yep.
No. This is Oklahoma we're talking about. A strong windstorm, never mind a mild tornado, is going to pick that thing up and toss it around, especially since it's 3-sided. You made a perfect wind sail. There's a reason whoever did the old one drove it into the ground. End quote.
Who's the quote from?
That one is from Billy B2673 on YouTube.
Billy.
Billy. So the obvious thing is, like, when you put something on the ground, you want to drive in stakes. You really want to secure it. But around a gas meter, we don't really want to start doing that. And the thing I don't want to do is teach homeowners to start driving stakes around a gas meter, right? So I'd rather build that thing and put a little bit of weight on it. If it tips over or if it falls over, that's fine. You can right it. But I'm not going to teach people to start driving stakes in the ground. Funny thing is that I actually heard from Dwayne.
The homeowner.
And they had a tornado. And when we were building it, we did it under their carport, and that got ruined. But the wind sail I built didn't go anywhere. So it did stay there.
Billy Boy.
So
Fair enough.
Yep.
Moving on. Jen, you ready for yours?
Yep.
Rain Garden Project, Portland, Oregon. You remember
Yes.
this one?
Yeah, that was a fun
Okay.
one.
Good one.
Quote, didn't go over calling the right numbers for making lines before digging in your yard. Gotta unsubscribe. Ouch.
Well, sorry to see you go.
Ooh. Bring them back. Bring them back.
All right. Listen, we call 811 for every single project. It's the law.
It's a law.
So whether we're allowed to say it or not on TV, might have to blame the producers on this one. Sorry. There are so many lessons to be taught on this rain garden, and we just could not fit it in. So, but I assure you, we called more than 72 hours in advance, and we're number one, safety.
Okay.
That's what Roger taught us all too, right?
Right. Yep.
But she just throw the producers under the bus.
Either a producer's not coming back for next season or Jen's not coming
Sorry.
back.
One or the other.
Love you guys.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Nice going, Jen.
Richard, you're up next.
Oh, boy.
Hot water heater troubleshooting. Remember this one?
Bring it on.
Quote, I enjoy all aspects of this old house and ask this old house. But have to say that you guys always seem to go for the most expensive and complicated heating cooling systems. Ever heard of KISS, K-I-S-S, Keep It Simple, Sam, end quote. Well, he was polite about it.
Well, I think you'll all agree that, talking about a simple heat pump water heater in 2024 is really over the top, right?
Crazy. Oh, yeah.
Next season, we're going to just show the complete installation of a coal stove. So look, we've been doing this for a long time. We want to show the best, newest, coolest way to do it so it educates the entire population. So it's part of the magic of the show, I think, is how we find the next cool thing, all of us are trying to find the next thing. We want it to work, but we want it to be
Current.
cool.
Yeah.
Current.
Technology
So-
constantly
Yeah.
changing.
So,
Correct.
all right, so we lost him too.
All right, well, there you go. So from father to son, Ross, you ready?
Your turn.
This is a comment that comes in about the low-level CO segment that you and I did together.
Yeah, of course.
Quote, there has been carbon monoxide in the atmosphere since the dawn of time. Zero is never going to happen, and low levels are not going to kill you, as over time the CO does come out of your system, just more slowly. You even exhale CO2 and CO when you breathe, end quote. Sounds like something I would have written to you a couple seasons ago.
I mean, he's onto something to some degree. First off, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, two completely different things, right? When you burn something, a byproduct is carbon monoxide. What we breathe out is carbon dioxide. So two different things there. But he's right. I said zero, I think, in the segment. I should have been a little bit more nuanced and said somewhere in the 0.1 to 1 ppm range for what carbon monoxide is in the atmosphere.
He would do the 0.1.
So
I would round up.
0.1 is pretty low, pretty close to zero. But I should have probably clarified that.
What kind of children do you raise?
I know.
Unbelievable.
The generalist.
How do you live with
Stickler.
those numbers?
Stickler.
All right, Mauro, you're up next.
there.
You ready for this one?
Yes.
This is about the whitewashing the antique bench that you and I worked on.
Oh, that looked good.
Apparently not according to this gentleman. Quote, although it looks ugly, they both had a lot of fun and joy during this project, and that's actually what matters the most, end quote. Well, that's good. At least they gave us credit for having fun.
Right.
They didn't like the look.
We did really fun. Well, I mean, a project like this, a lot of people will say, whoa, what are you doing? People has different taste and different ways
Very personal.
to work on
Yeah.
it. And you have fun at the end of the day, like you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
We had a lot of
As long as you
fun.
have fun.
We did have fun. All right, so there you
Learned a
go.
little less.
Lee,
What do we got?
you're going to hang on a team. You're going to take your lick.
Let's go.
Introductory segment when we
Yes.
first brought you on right here.
My personal opinion, a well-maintained lawn should not have any weeds in it, such as creeping Charlie, clover. When you get your fresh cut lawn in the springtime, it looks nice and sharp. When you
Quote, TOH is just perfect when I hear this accent. Nothing brings me more joy than hearing creeping Charlie.
creeping Charlie.
And looking sharp. Welcome, Lee. End quote.
The old Boston accent.
Old Boston accent.
I didn't notice it.
We sound alike.
Didn't hear. Nobody knows
taught
what
me
you're
a lot.
talking about. Nobody knows. Season 23, Lee will be back in the yard. Speaking of yard, Mac.
What? Oh, boy.
Mac. Railing installation project?
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yes.
This is a short one.
Oh.
Quote, matching haircuts? Brilliant.
Here I am. I thought Richard was the bald one on the cast.
You got him beat.
What?
What else can we say?
I think he's stating the obvious, and
Okay.
God bless him.
We like you just the way you are.
Well, thank you.
We like you
Thanks.
just
I'll
the way
keep
you
it.
Thanks for 20.
are. Heath, you're next.
Oh, boy.
Patio string light segment.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you have to understand every other letter is capitalized.
That can't be good.
Quote, have an electrician install an outlet if you don't have one. Anyways, here's how to plug a string of lights into an outlet.
Is that sarcasm? That sounded like sarcasm.
I don't think they thought you brought your A game here.
So you try to sell projects of different levels, different DIY levels of capability. I mean, some are simple, some are more difficult. We've shown installing a receptacle plenty of times before. If you need to add the receptacle, go look at another one.
Right. All different levels, right?
That was great. I like it.
All right, Tommy, I think we got everyone but you. Last one here. This was a comment written in response to the Levels 101 segment. Well, you've done a lot of 101s.
Yeah.
Quote, Tom Silva is the GOAT.
Oh,
End quote.
talking about
Username Tom Silva 233.
This is when you say, no,
I'm not the GOAT. He doesn't know what the GOAT is. The GOAT is great. Greatest of all time. Tommy is the greatest of all time.
Right. Well, thank you for that.
Well deserved, Tommy.
Let's move
well
on.
Deserved. Let's move on. Last one is actually written to all of us as a group collectively. A very nice one, which I will read. A little long, but hang with me here. Quote, I hope these comments trickle back to the folks we see on the show. I love both Ask This Old House and This Old House. I've been a viewer going all the way back to Bob. The show is basic yet complex. It's wholesome. It's about people helping people. It's about pride and craftsmanship and a willingness to both teach and learn. The chemistry of the pros is nothing less than amazing. What always strikes me is the pride the pros take in explaining things on both shows. It's a genuine passion to share their years of experience and accept nothing less than top-notch work. There is no good enough in these folks. Enjoy Kevin just as much. Keep up the amazing work. End quote.
Beautiful.
Wow. That was very nice.
That's very nice.
Very cool.
Like I
So
said,
we got one
just,
good viewer
Why
that
we
really
do it.
likes us.
comes across. There's one.
But it's like I said, we're just passing on the information that we know and helping our viewers out in any way we can.
Well, I think we're doing a little bit more than that, but we are definitely sending our appreciation out to all of you. We love getting your letters. We do actually read them, so make sure you keep them coming for next season.
Right.
And do know that this person's right. We do love each other. We do have a ton of fun doing it, and we do love working for you. So come back for season 23, and on behalf of all of us, I'm Kevin O'Connor, signing off for Ask This Old House. Give yourselves a round of applause.